Hey, how we doing, everybody? Time for Wednesday Word, right? I hope everybody is doing well and having a good day and enjoying all of the wonderfulness that the Creator has to offer. All right, let's get us started here. All right, welcome, folks, to Wednesday Word. Another episode of Wednesday World. I'm Dr. Wheeler, and thank you for joining me. This space is dedicated to reflection, how I am experiencing the world, reframing it, and trying to understand it through my faith and lived experience. What I share reflects my personal perspective and spiritual understanding, and I want to thank you all for being here. So this month we're exploring love. Last week we declared that love is a verb, that love is action, commitment, and sacrifice. We talked about the four types of love that C.S. Lewis describes: affection, friendship, romance, and charity, and each shaping how we belong, connect, and serve. This week, or today's episode, I've been reflecting on a familiar passage from the book of Proverbs, Proverbs 31, 10 to 31, verses 10 to 31. For a long time, I understood this passage, often entitled A Woman of Noble Character, as a checklist, a resume for a wife, or a blueprint for being chosen. But as I have grown, I see something different. Proverbs 31, 10 to 31 is not about who she belongs to. It's about who she is. The text describes a woman who considers a field and buys it, runs a profitable business, speaks with wisdom and kindness, is clothed in strength and dignity, laughs without fear, right, of the future. That is identity language, folks. Strength and dignity are her clothing, meaning she's wrapped in strength, not in relationship status. She considers a field and buys it, meaning she has agency and she is strategic. She opens her mouth with wisdom. She has a voice and she contributes. Charm is deceptive, but a woman who fears the Lord is praised. Her worth is not aesthetic, and her value is not romantic. Her foundation is spiritual. Nowhere in these verses is her identity sourced in being chosen. And that is the distinction that matters. Because many of us were taught that becoming depended on partnership. There were seasons when I felt I wasn't enough without a partner. But God's word reminds me that I am already a masterpiece. Marriage is a blessing for many, but singleness is not a deficiency for those of us who are single. It can be focus, it can be preparation, it can be time for kingdom work. Partnership does not equal validation. So let me ask you a question, some questions. What if Proverbs 31 is not a wedding script? What if it is a character portrait? What if self-love is not selfish, but stewardship? Stewardship means caring for what God has entrusted to you. And God has entrusted each of us our mind, our calling, our time, and our joy. Neglect is not humility. Shrinking is not holiness. Becoming does not require being chosen. Faithfulness is not measured by relationship status. Faithfulness is tending what is in your hands right now. For Black women, especially, our value has never been conditional. We are not incomplete projects awaiting approval. We are women becoming, and becoming is holy work. Proverbs 31, 10 through 31 is not a prize for being chosen. It is a portrait of becoming. And becoming does not require permission. So as I close, I want to thank you for listening. I want to thank you for subscribing and sharing. And this month, we will have one more episode, or two more, because we got 2 more weeks, episode about love. And I will see you next week. And until then, remember, we're going to end the show right here. We're going to end this show right here. We're going to end it. We're going to end it. We're going to end it and stop sharing our screen. Yes. Remember, folks, be blessed and be a blessing. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. And thank you for subscribing. Be blessed. Be a blessing.